name is Odunlade. I'm the founder of Tunde Odunlade Arts and Cultural Connections. Number 2, Ladoke Akintola Avenue, New Bodija, Ibadan. You are welcome to my world. And what is it about my world that I want to share this afternoon? It's about my experience as a married person. My wife and I, we've been married since 1983. So if you will calculate that now, that would be like 38 years. And I found out that why marriages don't last, or what makes marriages last. I'm quite familiar with American culture because I live in part in the US, and I know how the rate of divorce is in America, which has its patches: first marriage, second marriage, and third marriage. First marriage is high, but second marriage is higher, and so on and so forth. And I think part of what that is, which I found out to be happening in other parts of the world too, is that lack of understanding, lack of communication. You would have thought that a place like America, where communication is supposed to be the number one thing that the society takes as the highest priority. But you found out that this so-called lack of communication happens between a couple, largely because everyone is preoccupied with his or her own things. And because of the liberality of the society, everybody has his or her own right. So nobody is ready to compromise, our freedom, our liberation, just for the sake of marriage. Here in Africa, or should I talk about Nigeria, we marry families when we marry. Father of the bride, mother of the bride, father of the groom, mother of the groom, they both meet. They both become family. And so they share that, in order for the marriages of their children to last. Because the moment a girl is married to a particular family, she automatically becomes the daughter in that family. And likewise, the boy becomes a son in our in-laws family. So we don't so much, talk about in-lawship, rather we have become one. But that is fast diminishing. That gap is getting wider and wider by the day. And that may be responsible for why you have so many, marriages these days that don't last. Or you have girls or boys who don't want to get married because of maybe the mother is not so much interested in the kind of suitor that she has brought, or that the father may say, I'm not sure if I like that boy. So a lot of girls are afraid of taking home somebody the parents are going to reject. Likewise, boys are afraid of taking home girls that his parents are going to reject. That is one. 2 is that there is so much responsibility these days, because our style of living has expanded. Our style of living has become, almost out of range for the income of the average, potential suitors these days. For one thing, the economy is not helping matter. And then these young folks go to school. Their parents have suffered sending them to school. And they come out of school, no job. And when there is no job, it's difficult to raise a family. If a father has gone through sending you through school, or your parents have gone through sending you through school, do you still expect them to be the one who will be feeding you too if you will need to get married? So, the economic situation is not encouraging young folks getting married. But that's rather unfortunate, because there is so much joy in marriage. Likewise, there is so much challenges in marriage. But the long and short of it is communication becomes the key word. It becomes the key word in ensuring that a marriage survives. So you can see now, there might be I'm sure there are gazillion other factors why young girls don't want to get married these days, or young boys don't want to get married.